My grandmère, also known as my great-grandmother Elaine, was someone who I always found inspiring. I grew up with her artwork all around me, and I always wondered what her life was like while she was starting out as an artist in New Brunswick. Working on this documentary, I got the chance to learn more about her earlier life and the steps she took to find her artistic community.
My brother and I had papers, and we would draw. He wouldn't allow us to use coloring books. He said you have to do your own thing. So that's when I started to draw. I was at the age of 3, and I did it because we were really quite deprived. We didn't have a lot of friends around us. Well, it was a 2-room school, so I was alone in grade 1, 2, and 3. It was really an interesting experience. I wouldn't change it for the world.
Elaine enjoyed being outdoors. Even though she lived in a small city, she grew up in an environment full of art, with her father being interested in astronomy, astrology, and photography. Although she got the opportunity to grow up in an artistic environment, she often struggled with comparison towards her younger brother due to the sexist views of the 40s. She felt like she had to work extra hard just to get recognition from her family.
Yes, Mom and I were very, very close, and she did do art when she was young, and then she took it at university. Went to McDonald College, I believe, and she always loved doing art.
From making drawings and paintings to putting together costumes with friends, Elaine always created a joyful environment. Even though she wished to make a living off of just the sales of her artwork, she enjoyed teaching French immersion as it included aspects of theater, music, and dancing.
That's why she went to college. She started out teacher's college, and then she finished her Bachelor of Education in University of Moncton, and she liked teaching, but she wished she could have lived off the sale of her artwork, but realistically she had to have the backup. But she loved teaching too. It was just something that she really enjoyed, and it made her happy, at peace.
When her first husband passed in 1971, her family suggested for her to move back to Quebec. They worried for her living alone in a different province as a single mother with 3 kids and working full-time. Instead, she decided to stay in New Brunswick as she felt very welcomed by the community she was in. She felt comfort from the Acadian French speakers around her and described them as full of life.
She was very involved with the Moncton art community. She belonged to a group of artists that they worked out of the Aberdeen Cultural Centre. It was an old school, the Aberdeen School, and she loved the art shows. I don't think I missed any of them. I went to all her openings.
She never seemed nervous before displaying her artwork in shows because of this group of artists. They attended many of her shows, and she would attend theirs. My great-grandmother always went above and beyond when it came to getting her family involved with her creative side. And even when times got tough, she stayed hopeful and expressed it through her artwork.
Well, I can remember my mom used to love, she used to read us stories, and I guess the one I remember, so I think I lived in Petrolia, Ontario at the time, and Mom did this, made costumes and did cutouts of the 3 billy goats gruff, and Mom she did the set design and everything, and it was so fun, and that's one of my favorite memories. I think I might have been 4 or 5.
In 2010, she published a book called The 7 Gates, a memoir of descent. The book starts off with a poem by Emily Dickinson to represent her love of poetry. The rest of the book includes photos of her artwork, her descriptions of what inspired her to make the art pieces, and how they represent her past memories.
My mom loved ginkgo leaves, I guess because it means peace, hope, and vitality. And once she was diagnosed with cancer in 1990, it came to mean a lot to her.
And I found that doing art made me feel that I was alive and that people could get something from what I did.